Today, most seed breeders are developing seeds where it grows the same in North Dakota as it does in Texas, New York as it does in Florida, Canada, and China. The result is that you get dumbed-down flavor, dumbed-down nutrition. The hope is that we can change that culture and reimagine a recipe for the future where the seeds are the blueprints. It really all starts with the seed. I'm Dan Barber. I'm chef and co-owner of Blue Hill and Blue Hill at Stone Barns. We at the restaurant have been lucky enough to strike these amazing relationships with breeders from around the country. The genesis of this is coming out of these conversations and realizing that we had the opportunity to help develop recipes from the seed level up. The kogi nut is a brand new squash, but it has attributes of the kinds of squashes that we love from the past. It's honoring the past by bringing us into the future.
I'm holding a koji nut.
Kogi nut?
Koji nut.
Kogi nut.
I think.
Okay.
Kogi nut.
Kogi nut.
We had been toying with this idea for a few years around breeding seeds for flavor, and we've known Dan for a long time. He's been a friend of the brand, and when his book, The Third Plate, came out, it really got us thinking about our supply chain, our produce, our relationship with our farmers. And ultimately what we're trying to do at Sweetgreen is scale this idea of real food, not just from farm to our restaurant, but really from seed to our restaurant. We actually started this conversation with Dan and the seed company Row 7 before they launched, and even that week committed to buying 100,000 kogi nut squash seeds.
We partnered with Row 7 to find a crop that was specifically bred to be enjoyed locally, and we chose the kogi nut. We chose 6 of our best growers, shipped out about 100,000 seeds. That totals about 24 acres being planted across the country over a 4-month period to then supply that kogi nut into our stores locally in each market.
We always say the whole game is 1/3 breeding. But of course, the other piece of this pie is the farmer and the soil. And then the casino in the sky, what happened during that season that allowed the kogi nut to thrive?
Like the first big
This
frost.
would make it to maturity. Yeah. And so I'm wondering what he leaves in the field in October.
We'd never seen a kogi nut squash. We'd seen photos of it, but since this was the first time they were gonna grow this much at scale, we had to go in kind of blind, and what we're doing with kogi nut squash is more risk than we usually take and way more risk that any restaurant at our scale takes.
Is this whole thing risk or is it adventure? The emergence of this new food culture is a movement, really a social movement, and it's happening largely by millennials who care deeply about the experience of eating. We're not going to go back to a time where packaged food and food from far away and food that is cheap and serving the masses is accepted and valued. That's done. That's ancient history. Part of the discussion is that this is not in the purview of the high-end restaurant, that in fact this should be an everyday pleasure. Sweetgreen's diners are participating really in an experiment for the future of good food. I'm excited to have Sweetgreen introduce the first ever kogi nut squash bowl. I fervently believe that flavor is the future.